My name is Wes Westmoreland. I'm from Ottumwa, Iowa, the county chair for Governor Huckabee. We're in Ottumwa Central Park today, and the reason why I like Mike is because he's a no-nonsense kind of guy. He's not a one-issue candidate, and he firmly believes in what he says, and he's 100% real. Us in Wapello County and the people that we have together are so committed. In fact, I even locked my keys in my car just to get a chance to talk to the governor. That's how committed we are in Ottumwa, Iowa. And Southeast Iowa, we want everyone to know that Southeast Iowa likes Mike.
And Martha, on the first day of school, 2005, decided that she needed to do something to help her students better understand where their freedom really came from, because she feared that a lot of them just didn't get it. With the permission of her principal, she took all of the school desk out of the classroom. And the kids, the first period, they came in and there was nothing in the classroom. They stood against the wall, sat on the floor, and they said, "Miss Catherine, where's our desk?" And she said, "You don't get a desk until you tell me how you earn it." And they said, "Well, maybe it's good grades." And she said, "Good grades are important, but that's not how you earn a desk." And some of them said, "Well, it's behavior. We have to behave well." She said, "Well, I expect you to do that, but that's not how you earn a desk." They couldn't figure it out. Second period kids came in. They stood against the wall, sat on the floor. They didn't understand either. Third, fourth period. By noon, 4 television stations from the 4 network affiliates in Little Rock all were at the school with camera crews trying to figure out what had happened to this teacher who had lost her mind and taken all the school desk out of the room. By the end of the day, it was the buzz. Kids had caught on their cell phones, called their parents and said, "Miss Catherine's gone crazy. She's taken out the desk. She won't give us a desk till we tell her how we earn one." Nobody had figured it out. So the last period of the day, Martha Catherine goes to the door of her classroom. She opens the door. And in walks 27 veterans, every one of them carrying a school desk. And they set those school desks in rows, and then as they finished, they stood against the wall as if at attention. And as they were placing the school desk in the classroom, Martha Catherine said, "Okay, guys, you don't have to earn the desk, because these guys earned that desk for you. They're the ones who made your desk possible. And when you sit in it every day, don't you ever forget that while that desk and the books may not have cost you anything, and you didn't have to bring money to my desk to pay for it, it cost somebody. It cost these guys. And some of their friends never came home." And she said, "I don't want you to ever forget that freedom isn't free. It takes an extraordinary sacrifice on the part of many. And every day you live in this country and breathe this great air that we call ours, don't ever forget that somebody earned it for you." Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a great country. And it can only be greater if we're willing to put our shoulder to the wagon in the back and push hard and get it up the hill. And right now we're at the bottom of the hill and we've got to push it up. When I hear people say we can never regain the kind of optimism and spirit of this country, we'll never be the same again. I'm reminded of the fellow who was at a place he probably shouldn't have been, a little tavern. He stayed way too late, looked at his watch, realized his wife's going to clobber him when he came in. He jumped up, started running home. He took a shortcut through the cemetery. As he ran through the cemetery, he didn't see, in the darkness of the night, that freshly dug grave right in front of him. Poor guy tripped and fell and went right down in the grave. He clawed, he climbed, he did everything he could to get out of the grave, but he couldn't. He sat down in the corner of the grave just to go to sleep. A few minutes later, another guy sitting at the same old tavern looked at his watch, realized he's in trouble. I got to get home. He jumped up, he tore out of there. He knew the shortcut right through the cemetery. And like the man before him, he took that shortcut. And like the man before him, he didn't see that freshly dug grave because it was so dark. And like the man before him, he fell down in the grave. And he clawed it, he climbed it, he was doing everything he can to get out of that grave. He couldn't do it either. He was just about ready to sit down over in the side of the grave and wait till morning when somebody could come get him out, when all of a sudden, out of the darkness, a hand reached forth and touched him on the shoulder, and a deep voice said, "Hey man, you can't get out of here." But he did. And ladies and gentlemen, when I hear people tell us what we cannot do as a country, I want to say, when we understand who we are, we can do anything Let's make this country great again for the next generation and the ones to come. Thank you so much.